So, I am recording this because YouTube is mean, and if we play any trailers, the stream gets bonked. So I'm recording this for YouTube, and I'll edit down the VOD for later. I'm also going to see, we've got waypoints, so we're going to try using the waypoints to see if they, or the point position markers, see if we can edit easier. So, the first anime we're looking at this season is Mushoku Tensei, which is Jobless Reincarnation, which is this one here. It's a season 3. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do the classic. I'm going to do the controversy first, and whether I think you should watch it, then I'll do the recap of season 1 and 2, which would be useful for everyone else, and I'll put the traditional spoiler glasses on. So it's a season 3. It's also sitting at an 8.95 rating. That's a pretty solid rating. That kind of says you want to watch this. So what are the controversies? This is an isekai, and Rudius, who is the main character here, he's not a good person. So he's a NEET when he dies at 34. This is episode 1, so it's fine. And the big controversy is, especially for season 1, he's an uber pervert. So he's a 34-year-old reincarnated as a child, and he's an uber pervert. However, the whole point of it is he is a NEET and a degenerate and a terrible person. So the point is he gets better. And even the mangaka said you're not meant to like him. He's not meant to start as a good character. So that's one controversy. The other controversy is it has anime and it has slavery, and that's just a thing that happens in anime. And and one of the big controversies is, well, why are they just treating slavery like you can't solve slavery in the anime? It's an anime. It's meant to be in a fictional world where slavery exists. So, like, he does buy a slave. It's like Shield Hero. He buys a slave but treats him more like a servant. If you think it's a problem, it's a big problem with anime in general, because, you know, if they do pseudo-medieval, it's in there, and that is what it is. They're the two main controversies. However, why do you think you should watch this? It's got, like, elite tier animation. It's got a main character who isn't a blank self-insert. They, over time, get progressively more and more complex and involved, and things change. They have good things happen to them, they have bad things happen to them, and the whole point is how they improve from them. That's the main good thing. So now I'm going to put the spoiler glasses on, and for anybody that watched season 1 and 2, I'm going to remind you what happened in season 1 and 2 really quickly, and then when I take the spoiler glasses off, you know you're safe. So we should whip through this fairly quickly. So if we find the spoiler glasses, they are here. There we go. So season 1, this came out in 2021 with 2 cours. It's Rudius' rebirth, his discovery of the magic system, and we meet Sylphia and Roxy. Sylphia, the green elf, so the Bulbasaur, and Roxy, the blue-haired demon girl, who is Squirtle. And she's a water mage. It all adds up. So she is... so Rudius goes to Roa, and he tutors Eris. He also meets Ghislaine, who's the Sword King cat girl beast folk. We have the mana disaster, the mana calamity, where the whole world falls apart. And, you know, the whole continent gets blown up, and then Rudius finds himself with Eris, the Charmander, the red-haired one, in the demon continent, where they meet the Spurd, the other demon, Rujid. And then at the end of season 1, after Eris leaves Rudy, and he's completely heartbroken. Season 2 was in 2003 and 2004, again in 2 cours. This is the Quagmire arc, so where he's so heartbroken from Eris, he becomes an adventurer. They go to the Magic Academy, where he meets Fitz, and we all know who Fitz is. Even if they no longer have green hair and red eyes, we just meet an elf who's Silent Fitz. And we also meet Nanahoshi Shizuku, who is Silent 7, the other worlder. We also meet Luke Greyrat and Princess Ariel, who is the retainer. Well, Fitz and Luke is the retainer for. We also meet his best friend Cliff, who gets with Alina Lise. We meet Lenia, who is the cat work girl, who is related to Ghislaine, the Sword King. The Persina, who is a dog, and Prince Zanaba, and Juliet, the little dwarf girl who makes the figures for him. And obviously Alina Lise, the former party member of Paul's party, who is Rudy's dad, and also joins Rudy in going back to the continent. Then in Core 2, we have the marriage in the house by the university in Sharia. We have the return of Norn and Aisha Greyrat. Lilia, who is the maid, and Zenith, the mother, return. We leave Paul in Begarat with the labyrinth. And we have the return of Roxy. And that brings us up to the start of season 3. So, this is really easy for me. Whoopsie, I shouldn't have hit the full reset. Let me put me back over here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for me. This is immediately going 100%. I'm definitely watching Mushoku Tensei. I really love it, but I understand why people find it controversial and might not. But you got to remember, it's anime, and if all your characters are perfect and non-flawed at the very beginning, what's the point of an anime where the whole point is they discover themselves and learn to be better people? That is what I'll say to that. And I get why you can think slavery is icky. And I said the same thing last season about ethical, like kidnapping and stuff. I get it. But also, suspend your disbelief a little bit. It is just anime. but I'm not going to make anyone watch it. Number 2, Saga of Tanya the Evil is back. Oh, this is what if Nazi Germany, but with cute anime girls. That's literally the entire thing. We're retelling World War II from the side of the Germans with cute anime girls. Okay, and once again, if you think that could be fun, and I have to point out, the reason it's taken nearly a decade to get a season 2 is 2017 we got season 1, 2019 we got a film, and 2021 we got an OVA, but they had to, it's studio, I'm not sure if it's Studio Nut or Studio NUT, they're a tiny little studio, and Tanya was their first major project, so they spent forever getting, like, elite artwork. Also, they do a lot of aerial battles, so, and as you know, aerial flying stuff is hard to animate, so it's hard to animate, and they've put a lot of effort into it. And also, to fit into the anime timeline, they've had to do a lot of cutting and repasting the story to move certain events around. So they've put a lot of effort into making the storyline and the timeline still work well, and doing really, really good animation. So we can allow them the fact that it's taken, you know, 10 years to get 1 season, well, 2 seasons, a film, and an OVA. So basically, my recommendation is 100% I'm going to watch this. And now, spoiler glasses are going on. I'm going to tell you what happened in the previous season film and OVA. So if you don't want to do it, like, you know, look for the glasses to come off and mute me. So, Tanya is a male adult. They're a HR manager. Okay, I can see you clicking off already. Who fires underperforming employees. And they are heartless and have a lack of empathy. And then a disgruntled employee that they fired stabs them to death. And then God intervenes, or being X, as God is called in this anime. So Tanya does not believe in God. They don't think God's needed in the modern world because, you know, modern life is easy and comfortable. So you only need God in times of strife and need. However, and also Tanya, you can't see me winking, but that's what they are, is a strong atheist even after God visits them at death. So they're being very stubborn. You're not, you know, I don't believe in God, I believe in science. And God's like, well, I'm going to teach you a lesson. So God / being X, he secos him as a female child orphan. So literally the weakest and most powerless person he could into 1930s Germany. But there's no comfort, no modern comforts. However, it's a high-tech magic society. And because Tanya shows great magic and tactical genius, and basically writes the whole Nazi doctrine and war doctrine for Blitzkrieg before it's invented that world, they're trying to get a cushy backline job. However, because they're so talented and so wise in doctrine, they get thrown straight to the front lines. They deliver a crushing victory over France, plus the Norway and Sweden alliance. And then the Norway-Sweden alliance and France retreat to Great Britain. And the war should be over, but then being God intervenes to start round 2. So God's also a dick in this. So he literally, you don't believe in God? Well, I'm going to isekio you into the worst possible world. And also, we're going to have literally a worldwide war just to spite you in particular. So literally, God has decided we're having World War II in this universe just to spite this singular guy. Because the war could have been over there. And being like, no, the war's not over. I'm giving you round 2. Then we have the film in 2019. This is Operation Barbarossa, so the crushing of Russia. However, we get to effectively Stalingrad and we crush the capital. That is the film. It's basically Operation Barbarossa, but what if it's successful? And they take I think it's Stalingrad in World War II, which is now Moscow. We also meet Mary Sue. Mary Sue is Tanya's inverse. So instead of being cold, logical, they are... and they are all emotion, no logic, and super, super religious. So they show the opposite side. They will do whatever they want because God wills it. Killing civilians, civilian casualties, destroying infrastructure. God wills it. It's okay. And they're half Scandinavian, half American. As you can imagine, and they're supported by Great Britain. So you can imagine who's getting dragged into the war now is Great Britain and America. Does this sound like World War II yet? And then the final scene, and then being once again intervenes to send the UK and the USA via Mary Sue. Not the weakest thing in Nazi Germany. Tanya has blonde hair and blue eyes, so she gets +2 buff. Yeah, but also, you're right, but they're meant to be an orphan, and they're meant to, so they have no power. They're an uneducated orphan. So you're right. You are right, Ryger. You're right. But they avoid all that side of it. This is just basically the war side of it, not all the other atrocity side of it. I should point that out when we say it's World War II. They avoid a lot of the atrocities, which is probably for the best. And the final battle in the film is Tanya versus Mary. And then we have the OVA in 2021, which is totally different. So this originally, the whole North Africa campaign was cut from the anime. And it should have been between season 1 and the film. And what they did is they just did an OVA to fill the time. Operation Desert Pasta. But this came out later, but canonically, if you're going back and watching this comes between the film and the season 1. This is just to give fans something while they waited a long time for the next anime to come up. And it's basically they have poor rations in the desert, so they're basically they set up a false flag attack to pretend to attack someone, then they raid the storehouses instead. And it's also meant to show the difference between how happy and motivated the troops are in the North Africa, it's all going well, to how sad they are in the meat grinder of the Russian campaign. So this is really good. As you can see, 8.44, really highly rated. Movie I think did quite well. 8.23. Prequel anime, not as good as I thought, but largely I strongly recommend watching this. I think that's the one. So this is once again going in Desi's 100% list. Now, I think everybody knows my opinion on Smoking Behind the Supermarket Review, because I've been going on about it forever. This is one I've been looking forward to. I've got a really good track record of buying manga, and then that manga getting made into a good anime. And that's what's happened this time. I don't know if it's going to be a good anime, but I'm presuming it's going to be a good anime. So, Smoking Behind the Supermarket Review. And neat. So I haven't got any notes on this one because I've read the manga, so obviously I'm going to be watching it because I love the manga, and 8.45 is a good starting score. So, the sole thing that gets middle-aged Sasaki through his soul-sucking job is a cheerful smile from Yamada, the young woman who works at a nearby 24-hour supermarket he frequents. After every tiring day of getting berated by his boss, Sasaki stops by the store to have his spirit healed by his favourite cashier. After a particularly grueling day, Sasaki shows up at the supermarket, only to find that Yamada's shift has already ended. Disappointed, he searches for a place to smoke when a woman from behind the store calls over to him to join her. The bold and dangerously playful Tayama is quick to call out Sasaki's peculiar habit of always seeking out her co-worker, even going as far to tell Yamada about Sasaki's vested interest in her. Now, in addition to seeking his adored cashier Yamada, Sasaki also visits the store to see if his new smoking partner Tayama is around. But there's more to Tayama's mischievousness than she initially lets on. With every cigarette, an unlikely friendship begins to blossom. So this is Smoking Behind the Supermarket Review, which is the one description I just read out, and I've read all the English translated manga, so obviously this is 100%. This is 100% Desi is watching. What else is this season? Okay, Bleach. We're not watching Bleach. Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, the Calamity. I haven't watched any of Bleach, so we're not starting now. So that was really easy. We're not watching Bleach. So I watched season 1 of Dating Sim. Basically, so Otome games, which is where you're, basically they're the dating sims for girls, where you're a girl and you get to date all the routes. This was one of the first parodies of it back in 2022. So I'm shocked it was a 6.81 is low. What did the first season get? 7.31. It was fine. I thought it was good fun as a parody. So, what happens in season 1? Okay, so I can tell you the first 2 bullet points before we start getting to spoiler territory. So, in season 1, back in 2002, the guy, he's called Liam Bartford in his reincarnation, so we're going to call him Liam from here. He's an adult, but he's still bullied by his younger sister to complete this really complex pay-to-win Otome game so she can see all the routes. And at the end of completing this ridiculous game, he dies of exhaustion. Then after that, he gets second into the game as a minor noble, who is Liam Bartford, and the game is set in a matriarchal society. However, he has meta-knowledge from having played the game, which lets him actually progress in the game really easily. So obviously he is not the main character. He's trying to be a mob. He's trying to be a background character because he's been reincarnated as a background character. So he's trying to just do that. But for reasons, he ends up being forced to the forefront because there's for reasons that the whole, basically him being isekai'd in, despite being a background character, his accidental interactions fucks up the whole timeline. So he gets really involved. And I thought it was a fun deconstruction and parody of the Otome game genre before the last 4 years where it's a big deal. Now, and the other thing to note as well, the mangaka has another series called I'm the Evil Lord of Intergalactic Empire, which came out in 2025. And the reason I mention it is exactly the same plot and the same mangaka, but it's set in space. So the guy dies and gets isekai'd as a minor noble. His parents leave all their debt to him, and he uses taboo android and AIs to make a powerful planet. So although there wasn't a season 2 until now, there literally was a season 2. It was the other anime / manga by the same guy. Now, spoiler glasses are going on. So the bits I didn't mention from season 1 that you might need to be reminded of. Because Leon is now rich and powerful in combat, he gets to join the academy to live a quiet life. He also avoids his forced marriage to an elderly, high-ranking lady. However, someone else is also isekai'd in, and they've taken over the saint or heroine role, and they're playing the harem route, which is why the original villainess and the original heroine gets pushed over to Leon's side because he's a mob. However, their true roots in the game have been blocked off. Leon ends up at the academy, so you have the academy tournament arc, where he accidentally humiliates the prince of the others in the harem, so he forgets to pack his sword, and accidentally uses a shovel to beat one of them down. One of them's using a really unstable mecha, and he warns them, like, your mecha's about to explode, you're overloading it, and then the mecha does explode, so they think he's holding back, he's actually trying not to kill them. And again, one of them, he basically does a repeated leg sweep and keeps knocking him down over and over and over and over again in a humiliation thing. He's like, dude, I'm trying not to kill you, and just humiliates him more by trying not to kill him. And then because he's done all fucky-wucky the timeline, he starts a minor war early. So basically a small nation attacks, but he singularly defeats the minor nation, which gets him appointed as a high-ranking baron, even more into the spotlight. So that's all the spoilers. So again, I am 100% going to be watching this. I've been really looking forward to this. I enjoyed this so much I was debating reading the manga. So, what have we got 6th? Grand Blue Dreaming Season 3. I tried to watch Grand Blue Season 1. This is a scuba diving anime. So the whole point is they're meant to go scuba diving. They're running a scuba diving shop. The guy's in university. It's just he's having the summer of a lifetime working in a scuba diving shop. And obviously they're at the beach and all the girls are hot and wearing bikinis. And there's one wonderful violent girl. However, I just really got bored of it. And it was a bit too shown and a bit too young of the entire thing is just trying to find the girls without their clothes or doing like the drinking contest to try and get the girls to take off their clothes. And I'm 27. I'm over that. So Iori Kitahara moves to coastal town of Izu for his freshman year at the university. Taking residence above Grand Blue, his uncle's scuba diving shop, Iori has high hopes and dreams about having the ideal college experience. When he enters the shop, he's sucked into the alcoholic activities of the carefree members of the diving club who frequent the place. Persuaded by upperclassmen Shinji Tokita and Ryujiro Kotobuki, Iori reluctantly joins a bizarre party. His cousin, Chisa Kotagawa, later walks in and catches him in the act, earning Iori utter disdain. Based on Kenji Inoue and Kibatake Yoshida's popular comedy manga, Grand Blue follows Iori's misadventures with eccentric new friends. He strives to realize his ideal college dream, also learning how to scuba dive. So if you want is that a beach episode for the entire show? Yes, spooky. But it's beautifully animated. Like, I will say, they've got wonderful, beautiful animation, but the entire 3 seasons are just a beach anime. It's a beach episode, which is why I'm not watching it. I tried season 1, I just didn't enjoy it. You and I polar opposite season 2. So this is great because I reviewed season 1, so I can literally just recycle content. I'm doing a proper VTuber thing now. I'm not only doing a react video, I'm doing recycled content. So I watched this back in winter of 2026, so like 1 cour ago. And I thought this was a perfectly cromulent seasonal anime. There was uncensored hand-holding in episode 1. So I did have questions why the protagonists are at the front of the class by the window, not in the priority seats, because those are not the protagonist seats. That's the back by the window, not the front. It's very innocent, so they do push the comedy side. So this is definitely a rom-com, a comedy, as opposed to a romance anime. It does a really good job of communicating the fluctuation and instability of teenagers in love. And there's distractions, there's infatuations, there's a bit of cringe stuff, there's secondhand embarrassment, and terrible communication. And some of them are really thinking in their own heads, rather than just speaking to each other. And also, they have bright green sailor scarves in their school uniform, which is wild. So it's a very standard high school rom-com. It's not ecchi or lecchi. It's just good, clean fun. Very bright and vibrant colours, which I always love. And it takes a Horimiya approach to romance, or it just set up the anime and romance can go. However, this is not Horimiya. This is not an elite romance. This is like a B or a C tier romance anime. It's a lot more fun because they get together, and the whole thing is about getting together and getting closer and finding about each other, becoming friends, becoming what they were, and reading books together, writing stuff together, the merging with the friend groups. I think they do a really good job of showing how the friend groups merge, and they're polite and nice to each other and learn each other. So it does do a good job of showing a teenage romance. Very cute and very happy how Suzuhi, who is the main girl, she's really happy her friends reach out and embrace her new boyfriend, Tanya. So it's good that in an anime you see beyond the first date. And they're 17 as well, which the art style makes them look younger. There's also a B romance plot and a C romance plot. The B romance plot is good. The C one feels like they're just half forced, like Horimiya, trying to force. It's a Horimiya. We've got 3 different romances going on: A romance, a B romance, a C romance. B romance is good. C romance feels like they're forcing it. So I'm going to put this in the maybe category because I'm not convinced. Like, I think there's a lot of better stuff. If it scored really well, it just wasn't for me. So if that all sounds like it appeals to you, go for it, because it's a highly rated, very sweet high school rom-com. But for me, I think there's a lot more stuff I'm going to watch this season, and I watched it in a slower season. So if it appeals to you, go for it. If not, don't. Oh no, like Skeleton Knight in Another World Part 2, Nito. So I've already seen the season 1 of this. Let's have a sip of tea. All right. So, again, there'll be spoilers, but I'll put the glasses on when the spoilers. So, season 1 came in 2022. The guy falls asleep playing an MMO, massively multiplayer online game, and he wakes up as his character, who is called Ark, and they are a holy knight. However, just before he fell asleep, he bought a brand new premium skin. So under all his holy knight armor, he's actually wearing a skeleton skin. So he's just a skeleton under all his armor, which means he can never take his armor off because people think he's a monster. So he basically becomes an adventurer / mercenary. And his whole thing is trying to work out how to remove the skin so he can go back to being a normal person under all his armor. So he's not worried about going home. He's more worried about not being a monster. Now here's where, and obviously there's a cute elf girl, there's a cute fox girl, and there's a cat girl, but they kind of look foxy, and there's a cute little actual winged fox spirit. So if you like cute animals in a generic isekai, it's a generic isekai, but it's decently done. So you have your completely generic isekais. It's slightly better than that. So it's a better than average isekai, but nothing special. Spoiler time. So in season 1, he's joined by the winged fox spirit Ponta. So because he's got a fox spirit with him, which is a very holy and good spirit, people know he's a good person. He also meets the elf, and basically the elf is trying to recover her people because elves are being captured and sold by human slavers. So he allies with the elf Arine to break and it's the royals in the Rodin kingdom. So the royals are running this slave trading ring. He also meets Chiome, the cat beast folk ninja, who's doing the same thing because humans are also enslaving the beast folk to do the same thing. Later out, they find that the slaves are using beast taming collars to tame beasts. So think Digimon, the first and second generation, where they're using the dark rings to control the beasts. And also these same rings work on beast and beast folk, so that really gets the beast folk involved in him as well. After he rescues all the elves and beast folk, he goes to the elf village, and then a few people find out he's cursed, and they're trying to direct him where to go to get uncursed. So season 2 starts with him travelling to the mystical spring to get uncursed. And that's what we're looking forward to. I'm gonna see. This is hard because this is definitely something I'll watch. I know exactly what tier this is. This is Desi Trash. So this is something I'll probably watch, but it's not. I'm not watching because it's good. It's because it's easy watching. Throw my notes away. Don't throw my notes away. I need the next page. They're conveniently numbered, and they're double-sided because I love the environment. I'm gonna go burn any more trees than I have to. So. What are we up to next? The next anime is something probably better than this. Now we can afford to go back on this page. Oh, it's Chainsmoker Cat. Okay, so I have no option but to watch Chainsmoker Cat, Yanni Neko. So, we're going to watch a trailer for this one because it's going to explain it better than I can. However, Yanni Neko is a cat girl with a seriously bad smoking habit. She smokes so much that her apartment smells like ash and is littered with cigarette butts and plenty of other trash. Every time she tries to quit, she becomes weak to the cravings and gives in almost instantly. Will she ever get her life together, or is she doomed to live a chain-smoking cat slob forever? The reason I've got to watch this is because it's in every single meme at the minute. There's a bazillion memes. This is probably the most popular anime of the season so far. And we'll watch the trailer just so you can understand the depravity. And this is why we can't watch it on YouTube, because YouTube will bonk me. So yeah, that explains Yanni Neko. That's a thing. It doesn't show addiction as a good thing. So yeah, that's Yanni Neko. And this is just full of me and the popular, so I'm going to have to watch it just because everyone else is. So I'm going to put it in... It's not really 100%. It's not a Desi needs to watch it. It's everyone else is. So I feel like I'm doing anime review. I kind of have to watch that. Because it's the summer hit of the season. So we're going to put it in... Is it in 3-episode rule? Yeah. Like, we're working with it. We've got to kind of see what it's about because everybody else is. But, like, if it wasn't part of... If it wasn't so popular, it would not be this high up. But because it's so popular, it is, in fact, this high up. Okay, Clevatess. Oh, hold on. It's a shame Roy's not here because Roy is a big Clevatess stan. Clevatess Season 2, right. I am really mixed on this because I watched Season 1 back in summer 2025. So if your worldview is that humans breaking out of the central continent, then the point of the 4 great demons is not wrong. So basically, you have all the humans, they live in this like caldera, and the 4 cardinal demons stop them breaking out. Because from the cardinal demons' point of view, humans, the humans are trying to break past and escape. From the humans' point of view, the cardinal demons are evil because they're stopping them escaping. It's a point of view thing, and we get both points of view in the anime. But what if the heroes don't win? Again, this is episode 1, so it's not a spoiler. Really, it's a minor spoiler. It's episode 1. And the great beasts evil for fighting humanity to protect themselves and their subjects, or are the humans all that different to the great beasts and the animal subjects? So, also, what is magic? So this is a world without magic, except now magic exists. And the beasts are confused, or the demon lords are confused. Where did magic come from? So the great beast is raising a human baby and investigating magic to learn about what's going on. But also, why are there tales of heroes? Why is there a magical forge, which is lost technology? So they're looking into that. And that's the entire anime. It's a dark fantasy, and it blows really hot and cold. Some weeks were great, and I really wanted the next episode, and other weeks were completely boring, and I didn't want to watch. So it kind of felt like, overall, season 1 was a seasonal, but it kind of felt more like a prequel. So I'm going to give this 3 episodes, because I kind of want to see if anything happens. Like, was that a prequel and it was boring because they're doing epic world building, or was it boring because it was boring? I know Roy loves this. And also, if you watch season 1, I love Nell. Nell is the sweetest and the greatest, and we should protect Nell at all costs. However, yeah, Clevatess is getting a 3 episode because Roy keeps recommending it, so we're going to get 3 episodes to see if it gets any better, but it might get dropped if it does not get any better. What have we got next? We've got 2 minutes to add, so let's see. Clevatess, we did Clevatess. Can I review one more anime in 2 minutes? That's a big ask for Desi, but maybe. Oh, I want to love you to your dying day. Now, see this picture? I'm not that worried about watching it. I love you to my dying day. This looks like a boring, generic anime. However, look, they're the dead girl covered in blood. It's like, oh, now suddenly this could be more interesting. So it is a Yuri, so it is a girl's love, which I'm not a girl, so I'm not massively into girls' love anime. However, this intrigues me, the dying girl covered in blood. And it does look very pretty. So, what is this about? This is called The Death of Shina. Totsuki's roommate is casually announced at the start of class, and the day carries on as usual. In an orphanage that raises children as soldiers, death is nothing new to the residents, with their home country embroiled in a war that has dragged on for far too many years and shows no signs of stopping. The institution's children are sent off to die in battle every day. In contrast to the other orphans, Sheena is deeply disturbed by the ongoing conflict and wishes for it to end. On the night of her roommate's death, Sheena meets a blood-covered girl who remained jubilant despite the conditions she was in. The next day, the girl appears as a new student in Sheena's class and introduces herself as Mimi Kagiri. Initially thought to be a school myth, Mimi is said to be the secret weapon of the orphanage, a girl who cannot die. Assigned as Sheena's new roommate, Mimi hopes to get along with her and get accustomed to school life. However, unsettled by Mimi's carefree attitude towards the war, Sheena struggles to accept the world they live in, while their unusual friendship flourishes amid the bleak situation. Right, oh no, it's ad break, so this is going in the 3 episode rule before we get caught by ad jail. Okay, so what are we doing? We're putting this one in. I said where we're putting it. Come on. Oh, it's that one. You're getting the 3 episode rule. Oh, Ghost in the Shell. I like Ghost in the Shell. There's a lot of it. There's a film, and then the anime came out, and there's a bunch of other films and anime. And now this Ghost in the Shell anime is a remake of the original anime. So you're meant to watch the film and then rewatch it. Ghost in the Shell, I like Ghost in the Shell. Size difference. I mean, that's the, yeah. I'm just not worried about watching a remake of the original anime. Like, I really like Standalone Complex. I really like the original anime, so why am I going to watch it again? I know Roy's been enjoying it, and it does look like the way they've updated the graphics looks really, really good. But there's so much new stuff. I'm just not worried about re-watching something I've already watched. So I'm going to put it in the reserve. I'm not saying I won't watch it, but unless it's a particularly weak season, which it does not look to be, I'm not worried about watching another season of this. But good news, Nifos, you should be free of ads for another 55 minutes. So, what have we got next? We have got Black Torch. Okay, so Black Torch, I know nothing about. Heck yeah. Hold on, what are we heck yearing? Heck yeah, heck yeah. I don't know, but it's a sound redeem now. It's not a sound redeem, but I can be a sound redeem. Black Torch is on your list. Okay, Riga, this is good. So, what is Black Torch about? 17-year-old Jiru Azuma lives a quiet life with his grandfather, utilising his supernatural ability to speak with animals to befriend and protect them. Both Jiro and his grandfather are descendants of long-standing shinobi clan, training in combat to keep the art of battle alive within their family. Jiro's life is thrown into upheaval after rescuing a seemingly normal black cat, Ragu, only to discover that the cat is actually a monokoke, a demonic spirit that has long been at war with mankind. When a hostile monokoke comes looking for Ragu, Jiro uses his shinobi training to jump on the cat's defense, but immediately suffers a mortal wound. Faced with the decision of whether or not to devour Jiro's fading energy and restore himself to full power, Ragu instead... I don't know if it's Ragu or Ragu. Ragu, this manga got cancelled. It was Kudre, but you don't ask me anything. See that's proper tsundere attitude there. And I do like tsundere, and I do like blue-haired anime girls, Nifos, so you better watch out. Because, you know, blue-haired tsundere are kind of my thing. Rago instead chooses to give his remaining energy to Jiro, reviving the boy. The transfer also grants him great supernatural powers that complement his own shinobi fighting style. This act is witnessed by Ryusuke Shiba, an officer in the Bureau of Espionage. His job revolves around dispatching aggressive monokoke. Shiba extends Jiro and his grandfather an offer: join the Bureau's new squad, Black Torch, and help them battle powerful monokoke who seek to devour innocent people. So, Rago, thank you. Why did it get cancelled, Raiga? But I'll put this in yours, Raiga, because nothing in this. Wait, what does the manga get? Especially if it got cancelled, 7.1. I'll let you do it, Raiga. If it's peak, I'll take your word for it, and we can have a look. But nothing in this. It seems like a ninja beat 'em up. It does look like it's nice art, but we'll put it in the maybes for now, just because I've got a lot to watch, and nothing in here is jumping out at me. And if we got more time left, where is it? Did I forget to put this one in? Black Torch. The most annoying thing with my anime list is they seem to move stuff over time. But the important thing is, next we got the biggest harem of all animes. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Season 3. Okay, so we're going to go back to my notes, because I've watched Season 1 and 2, so I'm definitely watching this. And I promise you, I'm not a complete degenerate. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Season 3. What happened in Season 1? So, before I get to spoil, if you binge, you miss reviews. Well, I mean, you can come here. I do have some special spoiler glasses. I'm going to put them on in a second. So I'm going to explain the premise of the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really, Really Love You. I must stress, this is a comedy. This is definitely a comedy. Like, do not take this seriously. So, Rentaro, who's the main character, he receives 100 rejections in middle school. So he prays to the love of God at the love shrine. And the love of God hears his prayers and answers them, but he makes a typo in replying. Instead of meeting his soulmate in 100 days, he's accidentally going to meet 100 soulmates starting in one day. So, you know, God reverse the fields. However, the problem is, if you meet your soulmate and you don't have a loving relationship with them, you both die in a freak accident. So, to save absolutely all these people, Rentaro must have like 100 girlfriends and get on with them. And I'll be honest, that's the entire plot. There's a little more plot, which I'm not going to mention it. So we're going to put the spoiler glasses on. But these are very light spoilers. I'm basically going to name all the characters from each season so you can remember who they are. But there's not a lot because I've described the plot. It's him meeting 100 girls and dating them. And they have jumped the shark. They go balls to the wall. It's hilarious. This is not taken seriously at all. This is like... while the characters are like a mad scientist, all 100 girlfriends. Yeah, we're only up to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're only getting like 5 a season. So we're only up to 10. So hopefully we'll be up to 15 at the end of the season. But, oh no, we're up to 11, sorry. So we get 5 or 6 a season. But basically, yeah, he meets a girl and they've all got some weird quirks. So like one of them is a mad scientist. So they do mad science things. So one episode they all get turned into like babies, and one episode they all get shrunk down. Another of them is a rich lady. So like, okay, we're rich now, so we can do anything we want. So there are people taking this show seriously, is the question. I hope not, because like, you know, he meets a rich lady, and the rich lady decides to date him, so they have like money, and then she like, you know, the rich lady like buys the school so she can be like so she can be an administrator at the school, just so she can see him during the day. Like, it's not meant to be taken seriously in the slightest. This is balls to the wall bloody crazy, which is why it's funny. So, light spoilers of who all the girls are we met in season 1 or 2. Hakari, who is the big boob pink hair pervert. Karane, who is a tsundere but they have blonde hair, so it's in fact not Nifos Costella. Shizuku, who is a shy library or book reading girl, and she only talks via TTS. Nano, AI, who is the efficient logical girl, so basically she's a robot, and she thinks romance is a waste of time. You have Kusuri, the mad scientist, who also drank the body shrinking drug, which was meant to be a de-aging drug, but just made her tiny instead. And then Hahari, who is this is a spoiler, so this is actually a proper spoiler, so you know, I'll put the double spoiler warning on, because I'll even put the shade on. This is a very quick spoiler. Hahari is Hakari's mother, so she's rich and buys the school to spend more time. He's literally dating the mother and the daughter. Alright, the major spoiler back off. Okay, back to regular spoilers. Kurumi, who's the emo kid, so she's wearing big headphones and she's always hungry, so she's absolutely sour when she's hungry and absolutely sweet when she's just eaten. She has a metabolism, the opposite of my metabolism. She can never stop eating, whereas I can barely even start. We have Mei Meido, who is Hahari's living maid, and she does everything with her eyes closed because she doesn't want to look upon the glory of her master. So she only ever opens her eyes when her master tells her to. Iku, who's the only member of the school's baseball team and a massive M, and she loves all the pain from training. Mimi, who's a flashy fashionista, but also works super hard behind the scenes to achieve her looks. And Meme, who has a massive honker-badonkers, so she's super shy because she doesn't like the attention, so she has a really long cut fringe, and she also knows how to use substitute. So she has ninja skills, she can never be seen, and she can also use substitute any time to switch her position with a cuddly toy. This is a riot. This is just good, like, comedy fun. So it's 100% going in there. This is an absolute riot, and it's fun every week, and don't take it seriously. But this is why I've got to be careful. Like, some other things I'd like to watch, I can't take so many risks because I can only really get 20 odd in. Anyway, sorry, I took it off. Spoiler glasses are off. Okay. What have we got next? Go back. And we'll look at, on here, what have we got next? We have... From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman Season 2. Right, great. I reviewed this already. I think this is one of the first things I reviewed. Spring 2025 was my very first anime review. And I didn't even have a script then. Well, I did. I am watching this one. Okay, right. Did I put the other one? Yeah. Hold on. Whoopsie, I meant to give you that. I watched Season 1. So I found this Season 1 really disappointing. I hoped it'd be good. And actually, the first couple of episodes were really good. They had really good animation. I like the change of pace. So they've got a proper adult main character. I think he's only actually like 35 and treated as decrepit, but I don't think that's actually that old and decrepit. But I'm 27, so I want to see more adult characters. And he had a really good. So he's actually skilled. He spent a lifetime training. So for once, it's not the person who's just isekai'd and is suddenly good at everything. It's a person who spent a lifetime training who's actually good at things. And he runs a sword teaching school in the countryside. And because he's so good, he keeps getting more and more people coming to his sword teaching school. And eventually, like, some people in the capital recruit him because they need an elite knight. And it's his former students are recruiting him, basically, to train the elite knights in the capital. It's the most generic main character you've ever met. And then it never goes anywhere. So, despite clear evidence, so, like, he's recruited by the capital. He beats all the strongest swordsmen ever. Every single time he's like, oh, I'm not very good. I'm just an old man. It's like, you just defeated the greatest knights in the country, like... easily, and he's like, oh, I'm not really good, and like literally all the elite knights and all the like AA rank adventurers are like getting trolleyed by you, and he's like, oh no, I'm not very good. So he gets really frustrated after like 12 episodes. He refuses to admit he's actually good with a sword. He just says he's old and weak. The sword fighting starts really good, and then they ran out of budget and they moved to like mid-tier like or dodgy CGI. It's also Bluminek and Cell Sword Arts both reviewed this, and they sort of said like it starts off really good. But however, because this anime was sold as the anime, it's all about sword fighting and sword technique and really good if you like sword fighting. And their review was, well, the guy went to one sword fighting class, he went to the tasty class, and everything is like literally that same sword fighting stance and move. So it's not really a great sword fighting anime like it's sold to be. And I thought we might, when we get Miui in, which is a spoiler for people, so I'm not telling you who Miui is, it might bring some growth. At least she grows, Miui grows a little bit, but he just doesn't change at all. And I don't get why this generic middle-aged old man, everybody in the town is just fawning over him. It's the typical self-insert. If he just like to be grow and respect himself a bit more, it'd actually be more interesting. So I thought it was a really weak seasonal, and I said don't bother watching it. I think I may be a bit over harsh. It's just yeah, generic, and I felt let down by what they produced. And it is you know, it's kind of good. I just don't enjoy it. So I'm putting it in the, is it trash tier? It's going in trash tier because I might watch it because it's rubbish, but this is not going into any sort of recommendation. It's not a good anime. In fact, Joe, we'll put it in the Raiga tier because I might watch it, but Raiga's guaranteed to watch it. Raiga, I'm disappointed in you. It's not like the Osan newbie adventure. No, it's not like Osan. I remember Osan now. No, Osan is good because the guy does a lot of training and he learns over time. Because he actually realizes he is strong. But it's also it's more annoying in this. So in Osan, it's like, oh, I can't be that strong, and absolutely bodies the guy. In this one, it's like, oh, I can't possibly fight you. I can't possibly train you. Like in Osan Newbie Adventure, at least he's willing to help people and train them. And he realizes his own strength over time. This one, no, he never does it. It's a shame. Middle-aged training. Exactly. I know. But, gee, we've got Smoking Behind the Supermarket Review, which is weird that we got 2 animes about smoking this season, which is, Yanni Neko and Smoking Behind the Supermarket Review. But gee, if you like adult characters, Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You is the one I really recommend because it's adult characters. The guy works in a black company and he hangs out with his he goes to the supermarket and it's like his favourite cashier works, and then he meets a nice girl he smokes behind the supermarket. It's like, oh, isn't it nice just chatting with someone and smoking? I'm not endorsing smoking, but again, when I was in school, like smoking was a very good way to hang out and be popular. Like, I would have had no social life in school if I didn't smoke. And as it was, I got invited to parties and stuff with people I had no right in getting to invited to parties because I just hang out and smoke. Like, oh, you seem cool enough. We're having a party. Why don't you come? It's like, neat. So it's hard because on one hand, smoking is bad for you and it's not cool and it's not good. However, on the other hand, I got invited to go out and do stuff because of it. And Japan definitely has the strongest smoking culture. It's really dying quite hard in the UK, especially because you can't smoke inside anywhere. And like they're banning smoking inside, like with children now. So basically, if you have children, you can't smoke inside anywhere. And if you don't have children, you can smoke inside your home or in your car, and that's basically it. So yeah, also Newbie Adventure is actually worth watching, especially to get season 2. This G is not really worth watching, but Riga might tell you different. So Riga, you can defend it. Because as I said, I could be wrong. Deciduous Namake has to be known to be wrong in the past. The anime I binged, and that's how I want to watch weekly, so I might start watching Yanni Neko. Do you know anything about Yanni Neko, G, other than the fact that it's a lot of memes? But Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You is the one. Please, G, please watch that. Please try that one. If you like middle-aged characters, please try that one first. Yanni Neko, yeah. I will defend it a review. That's fine. You can do the same parry and riposte, and I'll use a different attack. So, what else have we got? The Exiled Heavy Knight knows how to game the system, right? So, the Exiled Heavy Knight knows how to game the system. This is clearly Isekai trash, Riga. So, you useless son of mine, you're supposed to pull Master Swordsman. I never thought it'd be this tragic. The day a child turns 15, they undergo the ritual of Divine Blessing. Already descended from a line of Master Swordsmen. Limas was supposed to succeed his father. However, he pulls a defective class, the Heavy Knight. Not only loses his status as future head of the household, but he's also exiled. With their unbalanced stats and seemingly useless skills, Heavy Knights are spoked as a class for cowards and the lazy. However, Limas knows the truth. The world he lives in is the same as the one of the game he used to play. It is the Heavy Knight that is the most powerful class of them all, using memories of his past life. Limas has set out to effectively conquer this entire world. So, blue-haired Jessica, where's blue? I see her at the back. I see her here. I do like... Is she a tsundere, though? Now, this is the important thing. Is she a tsundere like Nifos Gostella? Or is she actually not a tsundere? So, I'm putting this in my trash because this is the guy Isekai's and he's secretly the strongest class. No, she's straight, man. Hi, Necrota. But wow, the Jester's actually the straight man. Welcome, Necrota. So I'm putting this in the Destiny trash. I think it's going to be a trash tier Isekai because he's clearly he's actually the strongest class of all, but everybody got it wrong. This could not be the look. He's not kicked, and look, he's not kicked out of the heroes party, Riga, but it's literally the new meta. He's kicked out of his family. Like this is a meta trash tier Isekai. I'm going to watch it. Don't get me wrong. I am a little garbage goober. I'm going to watch it. However, you are becoming. I've been a bad influence on you. It's in the Riga tier. No, it's going in the Destiny trash tier. Because I'm watching this, and we can do a joint review on it, where you're like, this is a wonderful masterpiece of anime, I'm like, this is trash, and I loved it because I'm a little garbage goober. Desi, for the love of God, it's not click and drag. It's click and then drag. Because I'm definitely watching this. It's a late game class in a world where you cannot respawn. It makes sense. Ow! Oh my God, it's Raikan. No. Sparks of Tomorrow, an alternative universe in the early 20th century where technology progress evolved along a different path, shaped by steam power. So we're getting a steampunk anime. Kyoto is blanketed in constant smoke. A boy, hardened by the loss of his brother, grows distrustful after their shared dream of age electricity is cut short. A deeply devout girl hides her dreams and regrets for her deceased mother deep within her heart. When the two cross paths, they set about exploring the secrets of the 20th century electrical catalogue, a glimpse into the future they long for. Together they must confront their pasts and carve a path towards the future they once believed in. So, we're going to watch the trailer for this. Because it's from Kyoto Animation, so nothing in this really sells me, but it's Kyoto Animation. I love that studio. So, have we got one in English? Excellent. Let's watch promotional video 2 with the English sub, because that'll work. Look at it. Looks so pretty, though. Look how pretty. Look how well animated this is. This is wonderful. But yeah, this looks... Look at the animation. It looks wonderful. So, we're going to have to give this a go. It looks like a film that they've decided to turn into a weekly anime. It looks... God tier, doesn't it? But yeah, this is 100% going in 3 episodes. The plot itself is... However, It's so beautiful, so we're definitely going to give that a free episode. As I said, it looks like they've made it's a film that they've decided to just do in a weekly release. Okay, Jaadugar. So the problem is, see, this is what I don't get. 8.41 high rated. So, in the harem of the Khan, wisdom is beauty. This time, the 13th century, the place, Yekke Mongolia, the greatest empire in the world has ever known. The woman, Fatima, hailing from Persia, where medical techniques and scientific knowledge have been perfected beyond all precedent. Fatima's desire for a stage where she can put her knowledge to work has brought her to the palace of the Mongols, where she falls upon the wing of Tologene, the sixth wife of Ogede, the second great Khan. A mighty woman with complicated feelings about the direction of the empire. These two women are the axle upon which the politics of the palace and very soon the world will turn. But look how ugly it looks. So sorry, I know, Ceres, you said earlier about something was Chinese and not anime. It's like I'm not an elitist. Like if it's from a manhwa or if it's from China, I'm going to lump it all in as anime because I'm not you know. Anime is a true anime is from Japan, but you know it's an anime review. And if it's from China, if it's from Korea, hell, if it's included, I'm not going to be elitist. If it's good, we're going to watch it. Like To Be Hero X is Chinese and it's bloody brilliant. You know, Solo Leveling is Korean, also good. And also, like a lot of the Japanese anime studios will outsource their in-between frames to Korean studios anyway. So, like, at what point does it stop being a Japanese anime if you're using Korean in-between frame studios? But yeah, the art style just does not jive with me. That's kind of just an ugly art style. Like, it looks... Ugh. So, yeah, unless anybody else goes, I don't think this one... Yeah, and even this... Not appealing to me, so this is very much going in a Noki Doki. I said I do need to get a little bit of wriggle on. We'll never finish today, and I'm never doing an 8-hour stream again unless it's like a very special occasion. What have we got for number 19? Oh, escape this. Go over here. Whoop. Love and Scene Beneath the Clear Night Sky. On April night in Tokyo, still too early for fireworks, the University Kakaru Mano meets a woman named Kakaru Fuyutsuki. She is a beautiful girl who stands out from the crowd, laughs a lot, and exudes a warmth that contrasts sharply with Kakaru's own introversion. There's something Kakaru didn't know at first. She can't see. Unlike Kakaru, Koharu hasn't given up on anything, even with her blindness. She attends university daily. She shows interest in clubs, makes friends, and dreams of launching fireworks one day. Kakaru wonders why, when she can't see them. But maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe he can start moving forward too, for the girl who's always been by his side. Yay! Girls are here to fix us. What is it? Drama, romance, adult cast. Okay, adult romance. We'll give adult romance a go because I'm an adult and, well, there's no romance, but I can... This is escapism fantasy, so we'll chuck this in the... We'll give it a go. But if anybody's watched it, tell me. Let me know. As I said, it's a shame about the this one because it's getting... Because I'm almost tempted because it's getting like really high reviews. I just don't think it's for me. Elusive Samurai Season 2, this is really easy. I didn't watch Season 1. I know nothing about it. So we'll read about Season 1, but we're not going to watch it. But I'll just do it here in case you want to know. So, or you can watch me badly pronounce Japanese names. So, when did this come out? Summer 24. Tokiyuki Hoju, a carefree 8-year-old noble, is content with a serene life in Kamakura and shows little regard for the serious responsibilities that come with his eventually succeeding his father as the next shogun. Instead of dedicating himself to rigorous training in swordsmanship or archery, Tokiyuki excels in the art of evasion, skillfully dodging his advisors and discovering perfect hiding spots. However, his peaceful existence is shattered when a sudden coup brutally wipes out his clan. Overwhelmed with guilt for being the sole survivor, Tokiyuki contemplates joining his family in death. However, his fate takes an abrupt turn when the enigmatic priest, Yoroi-Shinden Suwa, suddenly shoves him into a battlefield. Yoroi-Shinden, who prophesies that Tokiyuki will one day become a great hero, leaves the boy with no choice but to navigate his way free of enemy soldiers. As Tokiyuki struggles to survive against these foes, he finds a new thrill in raising the stakes of his unusual hide-and-seek games. With a renewed sense of purpose and the promise of powerful allies from Yoroi-Shinden, Tokiyuki vows to revenge his family, not through capability to fight, but through his extraordinary talent for running away. So hold on, was it Ceres or Baki? No, Nif was watching Baki. This seems like your sort of... it's not a full fight game, but you might enjoy this, but yeah. This doesn't float my goat, unless it's particularly good and someone's going to tell me the difference. I'm always up for your opinions because I am not the expert. I used to be able to watch like 40 anime a season, but since I got like hobbies like learning Japanese and streaming and stuff, I just can't watch them. So a lot of the garbage down the bottom I miss out on, which is actually good, or the unpopular stuff. So I don't have the best takes anymore, but that one is definitely going in that. Nope. Okay, what else have we got? Kaiju girl Caramelise. Well, look, it's a cute little dragon girl. Pretty. 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 And it's got pretty colours. So this anime was built for Deciduous Namike. Let's see, how's it rating? 7.7 here. So, Kuroi Akaishi is an introverted, quiet, and seemingly normal high school girl. Though accustomed to being alone, her dreary days begin to change when she meets Arata Minami, a bright and handsome boy in her class. Despite his popular status, he is kind enough to reach out to an outcast like her. Soon, Kuroi finds her heart begins to flutter around him. It keeps pounding and pounding and pounding until Kuroi transforms into a monstrous kaiju. She has a certain affliction. As her embarrassment grows, so do the monstrous appendages from her body. And when it hits a peak, she unleashes the full extent of her transformation. At the same time, beauty meets the kaiju, and Japan face off against the looming threat of the mysterious monster. Can Minami accept her feelings, or will he be too frightened off by her colossal form? Depending on his decision, the world may experience the full devastation of a girl's heart-pumping, youthful love. It sounds fun. We're definitely going to give this a go, aren't we? I mean, pretty giant monster girls. What is it? Romance. Oh, it's a romance. It's not a rom-com. Okay, sounds even better. So we got adult romance or monster romance. Which is going to win this season? A bit like we had Gyaru romance, or what was the other one? We had Gyaru or anime or taco romance last season. So this is going to be our romance battle. But look, pretty dragon girls sound promising. What have we got next? Okay. From Overshadowed, trash, Deathy trash, all the way. Raiga, I guess you're watching this too, because you're now a little garbage goober with me. So, from Overshadowed to Overpowered, second reincarnation of a talentless sage. The Sage of Wind, Eftal, is a reincarnated human, coming from modern Earth. Reincarnated in a new world where magic is real, he decides to devote the entirety of his life to pursuit of magic. Despite his efforts, though, he discovers that he is absolutely talentless in magic, and breathed his last in anguish. But it isn't the end of him just yet. He reincarnates once again as the same name, Eftal, 400 years later. Having retained his knowledge and power, he steels his resolve and once again sets his sight on the peak of magic. However, in a surprising turn of events, he discovered that magic has terribly declined. In this era where powerful spells are a rarity, his talentless self is now completely unmatched. From the depths of powerlessness to the peak of power, the talentless but peerless mage's journey to the top starts now. But this is generic. So this is the sort of thing you read like online, or this is not good. It's just a time killer. So we're going to chuck this straight into the yeah. I agree, G. This is you watch it at 1.5. I chuck it in Deathy trash. Might watch it, might not. It depends, because the isekai trash tends to come for me since I already know what seems to be worth watching, reading. Well, that's kind of my thing, Necroto. Like, something like this isn't meant to be good, but I'll probably watch it because I want to sit in the evening after work, and it's too early. It's like, it's 9 p.m. I go to bed at 10. So what am I going to do for an hour? I'm too tired to really do anything good. I'm not going to do any kanji practice. I'm not going to watch something good. I'm not really watching these. Like, Skeleton Knight, another one I might watch, but this is the sort of thing you put on while you're scrolling on your phone, because you don't even have to listen. You can sort of, I don't speak Japanese, but you can get the vibe from sort of listening to it. And scrolling on your phone, and you can look up at any point and know exactly what's going on, because the plot is like, wafer thin. This isn't for watching. This is having it in the background where you do something. But I totally get where you're coming from. Deathy Trash is an anime that isn't too stressful to watch, but not that interesting. Exactly. It's like, this is the same plot for the 30th time, and I can put it on. And if I join it, and sometimes pretty things happen, and sometimes it's just in the background while I'm going, scrolly. But yeah, not good. However, see, this is why I like rolling around in the trash heap at the bottom, because actually, this is okay. This is a trash anime that I gave it an almost worth watching. So, Hell Mode, the hardcore gamer dominates another world with garbage balancing. So, they've made another game isekai with cheap animation, but so far they've going to do a job of building the family and motivation and dropping in a leveling system and world building. So, and also the town with costs and the bartering system. So they actually do a good job of fleshing it out. And they give small realistic problems with large impacts. They also do a good job of deconstructing, exploring game mechanics. So it makes the leveling up more interesting and relevant than just being a random number. And also he has skills use, resource requirements of summons, and the focus on experimenting to understand and unlock the mechanics. So it explains reincarnation instead of just in isekai to teach skills and XP. So I think it's actually quite good. So in Hell Mode is a nice read to watch. Nakruta, you've read this one too, right? It's decent, isn't it? Like, the anime has the most garbage tier CGI, but it kind of fits with the vibe. So basically, he's isekai. He ends up in this world where he's playing it on extreme difficulty, but he has to do all the stuff to unlock it. It's not Sunraku, but it's like a Sunraku had a trash tier isekai. It's like that. It's not amazing, but actually the story's good. The world building's good. It's the animation that lets it down out of anything, but it's not unwatchable. And the crappy CGI for all his summons kind of works because he's reincarnated in the game world. You mean Sunraku's normal games? No, this would be no. What I mean is like this is the sort of game Sunraku would play, but the Sunraku anime is an amazing anime. And this is not an amazing anime, but I really like it. I'm actually, this isn't even going in trash. I think the amount. I think it's rude to call this one trash. It should be, but actually they've done so well with the story. I can't in good conscience call this a trash, and I'm actually going to watch it. I think that's the only hot take I've had this season. Apparently, other than the Osen newbie, not the Osen newbie, the I'm a rural nobody to the Swordmaster is the only other hot take I've had, or maybe the Mongolian one because that's rated really highly. And I wasn't all over it. So what have we got next? Oh, rich girl caretaker. I'm secretly the caregiver to the most popular girl in this rich kid's school. Okay, this is 100% going in the free episode rule because Hinako Konohana is a perfect young lady, graceful, elegant, and flawless, or so everybody thinks. Behind closed doors, she's a total disaster who can't handle basic chores. When ordinary student Itsuki Tomonari becomes her caretaker, he's thrown into a 24/7 damage control, maintaining her perfect image. It's an awkward, non-stop chaos, but starts softening into something that feels like love. So, you know Kaguya-sama, Love is War. This is like Kaguya and her maid. Oh, I can't remember her name. It's like that plot. So this is either going to be, I'm going to give it 3 episodes because it's either going to be great or it's going to be terrible. This is not going to go either way. This isn't going to be a mid-anime. It's going to be hilarious or complete garbage. So school rom-com could be great, could be terrible. But where's the fact that we've got 3 pretty girls at the front and a maid and this guy at the back is all about the girls. So, and look at her. Perfect. There we go. So this is a 50-50. This is either going to be great or terrible. So I'm going to give it 3 episodes to work out if this is which side this goes. Now, the Mongolian one is good. Riga, are you going to watch it? Because it's not on the Riga list. I just think the animation looks so ugly. But I can put it in the Riga tier if you want. If you're going to watch it. Hayasaka, thank you, Riga. I'm just not good at names. That's why when I sent you the template I use for anime reviews. That's why a third of the sheet is just made up to put the character names on. To be fair, names are difficult in Japanese. I struggle with names in English. So like when I work with people, I write their names down quite a lot. But I really struggle with names. I struggle enough with English, let alone Japanese. But at least my pronunciation's getting better. So, what have we got next? Oh boy, I was wrong about here. Ugh, her. So, I met my childhood friend again, and she's become a beautiful and innocent girl. It's been a while, Hayato. Oh, Haruki, is it? So, in the past, I used to play in the mud with my childhood friend in the countryside, and when I saw him again, there was no trace of the bratty young man I thought he was back then. Only in front of Hayato, she threw away the coat she was wearing and reacted in the same crass way she did back then. The distance between you and me has not changed. I am watching it. Hold on, you're watching this one or the Mongolian one? Sorry, Riga, I know there's a delay, and Desi, sometimes I talk a little bit quick and I move on too fast. But if you're watching this one, you can have it. Like, I might give this a go because there's a lot at the start of the season. We're going to 3 episodes because this could be. I do like a bullying anime because I like Please Don't Toy Me Nagatoro. I like Uzaki-san. I started reading Teasing Master Tiger-san. I do love bully girls, but I'm not. Something about this isn't really. I'll let you have it if you want it. Otherwise, I'll put it in my free episode when I know if you're watching the Mongolian or Bully Girl. So, what else have we got? Ooh, we got 6 more minutes. I get another cup. Oh, how am I doing? Yes, I have more tea. Oh, rejuvenated. Desi Trash alert. The villager level 999. In this world, the concept of levels exist. Other than those who live off defeating monsters, most people are only around level 1 to 5. What's more, not just anyone can go out to hunt monsters, it's heavily influenced by one's role anointed by God. There are 8 such eligible roles: warrior, fighter, cleric, magician, rogue, merchant, hunter, sorcerer. Why the bloody hell can merchants go out and fight monsters? One of these doesn't fit in. We've got 3 minutes ads. Those blessed with extraordinary power are divided into 3 types: royalty, heroes and sages. But for the majority of the population, they have no such powers and live by farming or running shops. Towns are developed by those with the weakest roles, villagers. For the powerless villagers, going out to hunt monsters is equivalent to committing suicide. But one day, a certain 2-year-old child, given the role of villager, notices something. Once you defeat a monster, you can earn great wealth. So, I do recommend you read because of a plot twist is level 999 villager. The anime will not get to the plot twist in season 1. This twist happens in chapter 35 of the manga, and if it does get to season 2, it'll happen there. So you're saying I should read the manga. I mean, I'm going to watch this as Desi trash because it looks like perfect trash. And who is this guy at the back? I don't know who he is. But it does look like my kind of trash. So I'm definitely going to give this a go. As Desi trash. Are you saying, Necrota, this is in fact not trash and actually good? It's trash until the twist. Okay, so we'll put it in trash this season and season 2 when we get it. Because to be fair, they're making like 70 animes this season. So it might get level 2. I mean, what Farming Life in Another World got a second season. That did not need one. That was a harem world builder. But we'll put this in. We'll give this a go. I'm looking forward to that because I get more tea and I can get the fan as well. So let's see. Villager level 999. We're putting in Desi trash. But I presume then he's noticed that he can do XP. He can get XP from killing the monster. That's how he levels up. But nobody else tries to kill them. Or he buys. If he gets great wealth, he uses the money to buy equipment, which lets him get the XP to level up, and that's how he does it. Something like that. Or he's using the money to do some game mechanic and buying upgrades. That's how I feel it's going to go. You will guess the twist. Well, those were a couple of twists I was will not. Oh, okay. So, what have we got next? Young ladies don't play fighting games. So, a hot fighting game played at the girls' school. Aya transferred into Kurumi Girls Academy a month ago. The girl has changed herself into a proper lady. After meeting the breathtaking Shirayuri, Aya is blown away by her elegance and posterity. Imagine her surprise when she finds out Shirayuri, after school playing a fighting game. If that wasn't perplexing enough, she is challenged to a duel by the unlike ladylike Shiryu. Okay, so she's actually Seto Kaiba. It's a girl's love with comedy and school and video games. Right, let's have a look at the trailer then. Because we got ads, so let's have a quick look at the trailer. Do we get an English one? Yeah. So you can have this. So, ads over. What do we think of the trailer then? What fighting game are they playing in that trailer? Street Tekken? Wasn't paying much attention. I don't know. They don't specify what one it is, but the animation looks really good and pretty. So I'm willing to give this a 3 episode rule. Like, not really my thing. Girls love, but I just love how I love Gap Moe, and there's definitely Gap Moe there. Like, so I'm gonna give it a go. Street Fighter 4 got licensed by Capcom. No way, they actually got licensed to play Street Fighter. Ryger, why do you know so much about anime? I said this is why I bring you on, because I just don't know enough about studios and stuff like this. So it's yours and Necrita's input is always much appreciated, because I just don't have the depth of knowledge. But that's wonderful. So we're gonna give this a go because it's not my thing, but I'm a sucker for beautiful animation and Gap Moe. So this is I do like girls that can beat you up. I don't think the actual girls can beat me up, but hey. So young ladies don't play fighting games. We're gonna give it 3 episodes. So perfect, Desi trash. So they have the peak. Peak male fantasy. So as I said, I haven't spoiled myself on these, but obviously to get all the images ready, I had to look at all of these. So I have some idea what some of these are about because I had to get like images ready for the stream. So the sorcerer. So I became a legend after my 10-year-long last stand. So a last stand and a course worth dying for is a peak male fantasy. So we got that in an anime now. So the sorcerer Luck believes this to be the end. Besieged by powerful demons, he makes a noble sacrifice of holding back their onslaught while his friends escape. Never sleeping or resting, Luck endures the clash of swords, rain of blood, and never-ending stream of enemies. Against all odds, he vanquishes the commander and emerges victorious. Only to find that 10 old years have passed in the meantime. Furthermore, his body has regressed in age to the point where he looks like a mere teenager. Following his triumph, Luck soon reunites with his friends, the hero Eric Imgard Mendrivel. Mendy rival. Who could Mendy rival be? Is it his rival? Goran Morton. And they believe Luck to be dead. The pair made sure he went down in history as a hero and prepared to quell the rise of the demons themselves, unaware of Luck's fate. With all this in mind, Luck just wants a laid-back life, so he applies as a novice adventurer under the name Locke and sets out on a journey alongside brand new companions. Trash. I put it in my trash pile. Like, I don't know, because then however many trash I end up watching a season sort of depends. Like, I'm hoping I'm going to watch more good stuff this season, because after today, the thing I need to do for the next 2 weeks is plan the trip to Japan. And then after that, my biggest priority in August is starting work with Kiska on Desi 1.0. So I should actually have more time to actually have the brain power to watch good anime. So we're going to put all the trash in here, but I'm not going to watch all of it. We're just going to have to work out. We'll do a couple of episodes of each trash to see which is the garbage for me which is the garbage for my goober. I'm sorry we're using the AI synopsis, and if I had more time to set up properly, I wouldn't use AI synopsis. But we're going to use it because that's what we got at the minute, and I do apologise. I don't have a better option right now. We will try and get back to Mal soon, though. So, Rairin is a beloved, intelligent, and graceful, but severely constrained by a sickly constitution. Shukagetsu, dubbed a court rat due to her rough demeanour, is deeply resentful of Renin's favour with the Crown Prince, the body swapped. They're pissed that you put their favourite isekai to trash. They hid it from everyone. So, set in an imperial court inspired by historic China, Zion and Inept villages follows a beautiful, kind, but chronically ill Ko-Rairin when her envious rival Shu Kagetsu uses forbidden magic to swap their bodies as part of a thrilling tale of pirates, intrigue, survival, and unexpected teamwork. So, in the kingdom, 5 powerful clans train their daughters in the isolated maiden court. Only one of these women will be chosen to marry the crown prince and become the next empress. On the night of the major palace event, Kagetsu attacks Rairin and triggers the forbidden body swapping spell. The spell catapults into a story of the high-stakes scenario. Rairin wakes up in the dungeon inside Kagetsu's body, facing execution for a crime she didn't commit. However, she suddenly possesses a robust, healthy body for the first time in her life. Kagetsu takes over Rairin's beautiful life, but is quickly burned by the poor health and constant strain that Rairin's original body endured. Instead of panicking, the resilient Rairin uses her new physical strength to fight for her survival. As the two swap places and face the deadly political schemes of the palace, they soon realise they must rely on each other to uncover the dark conspiracies hidden between the court's glittering facade. No, I don't want to know anymore. So, it's a body swap. It sounds like a political thriller. You feel like working your anime list? Oh, good, my anime list is back. Panic over. Oh, wow, not even rated. That's not great. So, unless anybody else thinks otherwise, I've just got to shut this in. No, it sounds like a political thriller, but we've got the Apothecary Diaries. This sounds not like it sounds like the political thriller of the Apothecary Diaries, but not the Apothecary Diaries. Nope. Frontier is good. Frontier lore begins with 0 subjects. Raiga, what's happened to you that you got so much into Desi's trash tier anime? You can't even abuse me anymore. You've become me. In fact, you're even more me than me now. Frontier has top tier sheep. Is this why I need to watch it for these sheep? Is this the entire reason? Sorry, I'm not very good at sheep noises. I can do. I'm good at ducks and pigeons, so I'm kind of good at being bird, but sheep are not my strength. I apologise. But this is going straight into Desi trash. So, DS finally returns home after decades of war. He's hailed as a hero and promptly rewarded his own domain, which turned out to be a little more than an empty plain. Population, 0. DS, who's only ever known battle, finds himself at a loss. How's he supposed to survive, let alone cultivate his territory into a thriving, prosperous domain? There's nothing but grass as far as he can see. Unfortunately, DS, a horned girl by the name of Alna is about to show him there's a little more to the plains than meets the eyes. It does sound like good trash. So, I almost need like Do I need to start a Raiga trash here as well? Because I'll do it, Raiga. I'll make a Raiga trash tier. I'm gonna watch. I'll put it in my trash tier. It sounds like a well bid. I mean, the sheep are pretty. I do like the sheep. Is that why the sheep are good? Just because they're pretty? Or is there a hidden meaning behind the sheep? Maybe, Mabel. No, now I just sound like Edward. Now I'm just doing like the whole, what's her name? Not Shotaka. What's his daughter called? And their pet. They're semi-intelligent sheep. Necrota, this is the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen in anime. Have you met sheep? Like, my friend lives in Wales. Twice I've had to go up to his house in Wales because a sheep's fallen through the fucking roof. And we've had to go, like, the sheep has managed to fall through the roof of the shed. And we've had to, like, fish. One time a dead sheep and the other time a living sheep. And do you know how the living sheep does not want to... So we have to, like, drag the living sheep back up the hill and throw it over the barbed wire fence and give it back to the farmer. Because somehow the sheep got out the barbed wire fence and fell into the roof. Yes, but these sheeps don't understand human language. I'm pretty sure if sheep understood human language, they would. Okay, well... As I said, this is breaking my... There's such a thing called suspension of disbelief, Raiga and Necrota, and this is a step too far for me. Intelligent bloody sheep. Although I do love Marreep. Okay, I'll do it for Marreep. Tomb Raider King. Okay, so I don't know if Spooky's still here, but this is the old... This looks... No. You better not be thinking about this My Anime list again. You're thinking about it, aren't you? Right, okay, back to here. I said I apologise. Okay, so mysterious tunes filled with divine relics suddenly appear worldwide, granting supernatural powers to those who claim them. After an elite raider is betrayed and left for dead, he awakens 15 years in the past. Armed with future knowledge, he sets out to monopolise all artefacts and exact his revenge. So, sudden emergencies, mythological tombs upend the global hierarchy, like anyone who wields a relic to gain godlike supernatural abilities. Second chance. Protagonist is brutally betrayed by his employer, but inexplicably sent back 15 years in time to the moment before the ruins ever appeared. The mission. Armed with foresight where the most powerful items are, he goes from an exploited worker to an unstoppable, ruthless treasure hunter, determined to rob the ruins before anyone else can reach them. So, but what I really want to show you is, if I go to images, look, this is a manhwa, and is this not Sung Jin Woo? This is Sung Jin Woo. Yeah, this is clearly Sung Jin Woo. This is solo leveling, but it's not solo. It's even got the little funny dagger. So I can't watch this. This is just literally this is just Sung Jin Woo. So I'm putting it in the no. But if anybody tells me otherwise, I'll be interested. But it's Sung Jin Woo. It's not even Lara Croft with the triangle. Oh, so I've got Lara Croft with the PlayStation 1, so I can't wait to play the triangle game. But this is in a no. It just looks... Anyway, what have we got next? Goodbye, Lara. Yay, it's back again. So, long, long ago, there lived a mermaid princess named Lara. She was raised with love by her father, the king of the sea, and her sisters. One day, Lara fell in love with a human prince who lived on land. It was a forbidden love, one that she was not allowed in the world of mermaids. Still, Lara journeyed to the surface. With a potion given to her from the witch Grace, she became human. But the potion came at a cost, failed to find true love, and she would return into foam and vanish into the ocean. Though she was a princess of the sea, Lara chooses love, yet her wish went unfulfilled and she vanished into the sea. 200 years later, Lara awakens once more in Lake Biwa to finally search for her true love. This is a Little Mermaid. This is clearly Little Mermaid, but anime. Right. Let's have a look. It's 90s anime style. Ooh. Well, it's clearly not the Disney one because she turns into foam and goes away at the end, so it must be closer, well, more based on Hans Christian Andersen's version, but, you know, Japan and their liberties. It's more the fact that it's, this looks like 90s or 2000s, like, anime style, and I'm all about this, so we're going to give this 3 episodes. I'm so glad you like that button, Syrup. I'm glad you enjoy it. But yeah, it does look pretty, doesn't it? Like, as in, like, retro, but with modern production. So we're going to definitely give that a gander, aren't we? Let's go back to the list. Goodbye, Lara. But Desi, please hurry up, because we're like a third of the way there, and we've used like 3/4 of our time. So 3 episode rule. Although when we get more towards the trash, we'll speed up, because they'll get a point where I say, no, this is inedible trash. Oh, the cat and the dragon. I love cats, so this is easy. There's cats and dragons. So, an orphan since hatched, a lone dragon named Uncle Wings is taken in by a family of magic-wielding cats and raised to one of their own. As Uncle Wings grows, he becomes the cat's protector, determined to keep them safe from humans. But as he watches the cats connect with humans using their magic, Uncle Wings slowly starts to warm up to humans in his heartfelt, bittersweet tale. I love dragons. Wait, you didn't say you like, you said you like, he's a good dragon, it's fine, Sip. You said you like good dragons, it's fine. That's appropriate. Saying you love good dragons is fine. Also, there's a cat, and I've seen clips of the cat like raising a human child, raising raising a demon child, raising a dragon child, and there's this mother cat, and she seems to just like mother everything. So cute cat mother who is raising everything is already in the death he wants to. Like, I'm watching this. 3 episodes? No, it's got cats. I don't know if everybody knows, but I love cats. Although Monch Cat gave me the bloody fright of my life. No, it's this morning actually. He jumped in the bloody bin. He literally climbed on top of the bookcase upstairs and like literally swan dived straight into the bin, then started himself and ran around and kicked the bin everywhere like mid-Japanese lesson. He's now sleeping on the pile of books over by the window. But yeah, why the fuck did he swan dive off the bloody bookcase into the bin? So I do love cats, but sometimes I'm like, what the fuck, man? The world is dancing. I don't like dancing anime. So one does not need to dance to live. In 1374, during the turbulent age when the northern and southern courts were locked in conflict, the northern court's shogun, Ashikaga Yoshimitsu, became an incredible dominant force. Born the son of Kanami, the head of the Kanazei troupe of Saragaku performers, Oniyasha drifts through his days with a hazy question logged in his heart. Why do people dance? His spirit just remains clouded until the day he encounters a dance that's truly good. Curious, sensitive, and strikingly beautiful, the boy meets people, laughs, cries, confronts his own weaknesses, and slowly begins to shape a new form of dance for the world steeped in impertinence. It's dancing. But yeah, I'm not dancing today, so let's add in the dancing anime to the no thank you. Oop. Okay, so heroine, saint. No, I'm an all works maid and proud of it. Maid anime. So I will become the world's most wonderful maid, with her skirt fluttering in black and white. But the skirt shouldn't flutter in black and white. You should have a black skirt with a white pinafore over it. Jesus Christ, like synopsis writers, get your shit together. Oh, it's 7 Seas Entertainment. Oh, it's 7 Seas Entertainment. This is going to be ecchi then. Surely it's an ecchi. No, because 7 Seas are the ones that always make all the ecchi. So I will become the world's most wonderful maid, with her skirt fluttering in black and white, the girl shouted. Her name is Melody. A reincarnated form of Japanese girl, she now pursues her dream of in a new life, working as an all-purpose maid for a poor count's family in the Kingdom of Fearless. When she makes it, even cheap tea turns into a luxury brew, and a dilapidated mansion is quickly restored to new. Cleaning, serving, hunting, DIY. Leave it to her and her powerful magic. Unbeknownst to Melody, this world is actually an Otome game, and she's the most powerful and invincible heroine, the Saint. Yet, she remains oblivious to the fact, romance with handsome men, attacks by the Demon Lord, work comes first. A fantasy of misunderstood work that unknowingly shatters destiny. I can't believe it's someone from Japan gets reincarnated and all they're going to do is just work every day instead of having fun. But this is going to be, I'm going to give it 3 episodes. I mean, it's almost trash, but I like the appeal of her just being the maid and not doing the rest of it. So, Heroine Saint, nope. It could be good, or it could just be generic slop. So, what else have we got? The World's Strongest Rearguard, Nito Burrito 6.12. This looks like probably unwatchable trash. Corporate slave Arihito Otome's death in a freak bus accident marks the beginning of his new life as a kind of adventure called a seeker. Reborn into a fantasy world, he settles into a previously unknown job class called Rearguard, capable of providing his all-female party with critical attack, defense, and recovery support. And it comes with an added bonus. Simply being at the back of the party line increases his companion's fondness for him. Freed of the shackles of corporate life, Arihito is eager to start fresh as a newly minted seeker. The World's Strongest Rearguard is mind off and watch it trash, bordering on inedible. I dropped it in this chapter 7 of the manga. 6.12. Look how empty. This is the promotional poster, and look how empty it is, and look how bland the characters are. I'm going to take your word for it, Nakrita, and this is actually just going to go into no. This looks like unwatchable trash. And I've got plenty of garbage to be goobering in the meantime. The World's Strongest Rearguard. Yeah, that's going in there. Nope. So, what else we got? The Insipid Prince's So, the Insipid Prince's fugitive grab for the throne. The Adracia Empire in the Vogel continent. There's a battle over the throne of such an empire that possesses powerful military and vast territory. With the successor undecided, the children of the Emperor are vying to expand their power. However, there was one prince that everyone says will definitely not become the Emperor, the 7th Prince. What is it always about 7th Prince? Because it's like the seventh son of a wizard is a sorcerer in Terry Pratchett, and the 7th son of the 7th son is always magical. Like, it's a great song by Iron Maiden as well, but we're not doing Iron Maiden today. I'll take Arnold Lake's Alder. Alder Lake? Is he just an Intel CPU? The young man who is inferior to his younger twin brother in every way, the dull prince. Incompetent and lethargic, Arnold wastes every day just playing around. However, behind the scenes, he is one of the only 5 SS-class adventurers called Silver. Seeing the intensifying battle for the throne, he decided, I don't want to die, so let's have my little brother become the Emperor. This is the tale of a third secret manoeuvre for the prince who is uninterested in the title of the Emperor. Okay, this is at least trashy. Like, I'm not... the least it sounds like it's got a plot, so I'll give it a go. But bear in mind, this is, if I had a 3 episode rule for trash, this would be in it. But trash is right here. Oh, this is. Oh no, we said we go down to there. So, a livid lady's guide to getting even. How I crushed my homeland with my mighty grimoires. Elizabeth Leiston, the daughter of Haldoria's powerful prime minister, is a picture of a refined noble lady and the future perfect queen. But when her fiancé publicly humiliates her, calls off their engagement and starts spreading nasty rumours about her, Elizabeth reaches her breaking point. Why should her only friend be her loyal maid? And why should she continue to serve a country that doesn't respect her? Elizabeth concludes she won't stand for it any longer and brings down the kingdom, even if it's the last thing she does. As such, she uses her quick wit and, more importantly, her 7 magic grimoires to embark on a quest for revenge, and let her tell you, there will be hell to pay. I'm going to free upload this. It sounds fun, doesn't it? I do love revenge. But this... Oh, hold on. I want my Twitch up. So, yeah, this seems like a power fantasy, a revenge fantasy. Man, I'm angry. Okay, so, the Oblivious Saint. So, 6.5, this is rough. The Oblivious Saint can't control her power. Lady Carolina, the overlooked daughter of a powerful duke, has always believed herself to be the black sheep amid her illustrious kin. Her father is a distinguished prime minister. Her elder sister, a predacious mage, destined to become the nation's next saint. In comparison, Carolina resigns herself to a quiet existence in the shadows until a sudden and unexpected royal decree alters her destiny, thrusting her into a political marriage with a formidable, bloodthirsty prince of the neighbouring empire Malcosius. Determined to prove her worth, Carolina takes a bold step into a world fraught with both physical and political and mortal peril. As the royal obligations intertwine with hints of true love and stirrings of her own latent power, Carolina moves ever closer to understanding what it truly means to be exceptional. Yeah, but there you go, here's British Miku. Anyway, goodbye British Miku, it was nice to know you. Desi got briefly distracted, but it won't happen again. Where's my internet? There it is. There's my Edge browser. So, where were we? Oblivious Saint this is a trash. I'm going to give it a go. It sounds like it's going to be trash. It's just whether or not it's watchable trash or not. So, what else have we got? Ogre's Bride. I hate these forced marriage ones. You're the bride I've been searching for all this time. A Japanese-style Ayakashi Cinderella story. The Ayakashi and humans that coexist in harmony. The Ayakashi, having superior abilities and beautiful appearances, sometimes find their partner among human women, making them their bride. The bride, in exchange for bringing prosperity, receives absolute love from the Ayakashi. Yuzu is constantly compared to her sister, a bride of a demon fox, and is resented by her family every day. One day, when Yuzu just couldn't take things anymore, a man appeared before her on a bridge. This man is the most beautiful man Yuzu has ever seen, and he's calling her his wife? Just be quiet and let me hold you. The most powerful, cold-hearted Ayakashi is pouring his heart out for you, Yuzu. No, thank you. So, that wasn't the Saint. This was a icky Ogre's Bride. Nope. Right then. Okay. Hanaori-san still wants to fight in the next life. Narukami Risei is your typical NEET. He spends his days shut in his room playing video games without a care in the world, living a lazy life. But the truth is, Ryusei used to be a powerful demon king in another world. So why not spend his new life doing whatever he wants? Except, he wasn't the only one reincarnated into this world. The hero struck him down is here too. And she's a really cute high school girl. Can Ryusei survive reuniting with his foe in a new world? Will he find himself fighting even this life? So Hanaori-san, I said, is a no. That sounds kind of gash. Okay. Oh, Victoria of Many Faces. 7.1. So we're definitely down the bottom here. We're getting into... And anything getting a 6 is rarely good. So, Victoria of Many Faces. Right, we've got 1.5 minutes for me to read the description out. So, in an age when spies act behind the scenes in every land, Chloe spends her days successfully carrying out even the most difficult missions due to her unparalleled disguise skills and martial arts abilities. However, after the betrayal of her boss, she suddenly disappears. As Chloe plans to redo her life as the ordinary citizen Victoria in the neighbouring kingdom of Ashbury, striving for a normal life. However, Victoria's peaceful life is abruptly cut short as she begins to get involved with many people. In this new land, her experiences and abilities from her days as a spy come in are far more useful than she'd ever expected. On the other hand, the second prince and the pursuer of her organisation, amongst others, takes an interest in Victoria's strength, and many showdowns close in on the one with all the cards in her hands. 15 subs, Desi Game Roulette. I'm not against Game Roulette. But what do you mean by Game Roulette, Riger? This is obviously... this sounds interesting, Victoria Many Faces, so I'm going to put it in the free episode rule. Because, obviously, people wait their turn for their game. So, if we want to play a Game Roulette where I play a random game, that's fine. But it will replace one of my choices, not one of the Tea Party suggestions. But what do you mean by roulette? Or do you put some terrible games on there for me to play? Because we're not playing Dark Souls or Elden Ring or Sarge's Heroes. They're not going to be fun. If it's one short... Anyway, one short one, I'll do it. But... yeah, expand on the idea, Riger. I'm listening. Well, I'm not listening, I'm reading. I'm too busy yapping listening. Anyway, this is going in free episode rule. Then we're going to have ads, and then we're actually really near the end. So hopefully in the next half hour, we can actually finish this because we're not doing most of the other crap. That was mean, Riger. I couldn't respond. It's fine, ESG. I mean, Yap Jail is there if I don't shut up. And I felt like I was not shutting up, so it's fine to use Yap Jail. I mean, at some point, you're going to get all your own redeems when you set up Mixup or Streamer.bot. Mixup is definitely easier. Streamer.bot is more tricky. But, you know, I made it work, so surely someone else can. I put you in chat enough in that shell. That's why I was rushing. Riger, you can't hear me, so I'll come back in a minute and tell you. Sorry, TSMR. Oh, right then. Let's get some more tea and lock in for the final frontier. I'll be back soon. I'm only getting tea this time. I'm not getting my fan, so I'll be quite quick. I don't know. I mean, hold on. How have we got? We've got 30 seconds left on the ad. So, Mob Sekai. Come on, ads. Go away. Come again another day. Because I have my... I can... Oh, come on, ads. I'm just watching the timer go down. 25 seconds. Okay, Angela, throwing this at Desi. Oh, perfect. Wonderful, Riger. I'm just waiting for everyone else to be back. We've got 20 more seconds, then everyone else should be back. But yeah, I know the next... Ow! Hello? Hello? Can you hear me now you've thrown that at me? Perhaps today it's easier to search for in English. I know. But Necroto, look at this up here in my 100% watching. You weren't here at the start, but I'm watching it. I loved it. I loved it as a I've got my notes on it. I'm not going to do that. But I loved it as a subversion of the trope, because this is one of the very early Otome game tropes. I loved it. Oh no, I threw my notes on the sofa. Right. So, hold on. What happened in season 1? Right, I'm going to put the spoiler glasses back. Necroto, you're up to date, aren't you? But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's also in season was 2022, but in season we got I'm the Evil Lord of the Intergalactic Empire, which is the same mangaka, and we got an anime of that in 2025. But it's the same anime but in space. It goes crazy with its timeline. I've been looking forward to this. I was debating buying the manga because I really liked it. I'm up to date with the novel. Great. I'm not up to date with the model, but are you telling me I should expect a great season 2? Because it's up here in my 100% watching. Because I'm looking forward to it. Right, what else have we got? So, I said there doesn't look to be anything else good down here, but you said something else, didn't you? Oh, this one, Magical Girls Inc. Season 2. So what was the prequel? So should I put this in the Riger here? In recent years, creatures known as Kai have frequently attacked cities and wrought destruction. Exterminating these monsters quickly became a popular and well-respected profession, carried out by magical girls. More than 500 magical girl companies, ranging from small ventures to large corporations, offer their aid to those who need it. Kana Sakaguri is a studious college graduate struggling to land a job, desperately attending numerous interviews. But when a Kai attacks during her latest interview, she finds herself assisting the magical girl response to the crisis. Though she lacks battle experience, Kana relies on her exceptional memory and knowledge to help subdue the monster. Hitomi Koshigaya, the headstrong magical girl who faced the Kai, recognizes Kana's potential and invites her to join Magi Lumiere Magical Girls Inc., the startup where Hitomi works. Wishing to make a difference, Kana accepts the offer to become a magical girl herself. While Kana may not be suited for the corporate world, it soon becomes clear that her true calling is to rise as one of the most talented magical girls in existence. But yeah, where are we putting this one? And I need to find... Okay, where is it? It's far down. Okay, so... It's a Riger here. Is it this one? Oh. Okay. Magical Girl Lyrical Nanaha exceeds Gunblaze Vengeance. 30 years ago, the sudden appearance of unknown invasive alien lifeforms nearly brought about the end to the world. Since then, humanity and these creatures, known as invasion species, have continued to clash over living territory. Although human safety is barely being maintained, the world remains on the brink of collapse. As the threat of death and destruction lingers, people go about their daily lives by turning away from the constant danger around them. In response, the United Nations establishes Exiled, an organisation tasked with investigating and combating threats caused by invasion species. The story begins in the far eastern island nation of Mizuho, where Shiina Kuze, a young hunter who exterminates invasive species, lives on a remote island. Wanting nothing more than a quiet life for her only family, her younger sister, Setsuna, Shiina's routine is disrupted when an unexpected incident occurs, drawing her a much larger conflict. Oh, there's a prequel movie as well, so that's why it's a part 2. Let's see. Hold on, we're not alt-tabbing. We're going over to here. We're choosing files. Let's find... It does look like very generic. I do like some magical girls. Madoka is the third, really. Oh, that's it. My Bashi Witchy is a really good magical girl anime / idol anime, and I really liked it. But, yeah, let's see. Where are they? Please excuse my younger brother. Magical girl there. So, Raigatir, neat. So, yeah, we've got draw... So, please, what else have we got down here? My stepmother and stepsisters are wicked. Please excuse my younger brothers. Draw this and die. Hanakimi season 2. I wanted to watch season 1 but didn't have time. So there's no way I'll have time for season 2. Bungo Stray Dogs 1 season 2. So this is the chibi of... I hope my Psychopomp is a cat girl. What is Psychopomp? What's that from? I am Wokjan. Grow Up Show. Sunflower Circus. Recommendations from Iwamoto Senpai. Bangji Dream Yume X Meter. Or Yume Infinite Meter. As Your Lane... Slow Ahead season 2. This is just Goonabe. Let's go. Oh, this actually looked okay. Let's go Kaikigumi. So let's add this in. One extra one. So let's go Kaikigumi. The story of Let's Go Kaikigumi follows a nameless protagonist who is 6 times more vulnerable to spirit phenomena than the average human being. One day the protagonist encounters Mekako, a mysterious girl who runs the Kakigumi, an organisation that polices the behaviour of ghosts and monsters that threaten human beings, and he somehow gets roped into helping the Kakigumi re-establish herself, resulting in all sorts of strange events and spooky shenanigans. I'm going to give this a quick go, but 728 users giving this a 6.2, that is low. So this is the kind of trash Jesse lists for, so let's give it a go. But I'm not optimistic. Where is it? Jesse trash. What else is down here? So, Perfect Addiction. Maybe it's Dust. Thunder Free. Samurai Troopers Part 2. Hold on. That's another Riga thing. We reviewed it Part 1 at Winter. Did we? You must have done it then. Okay, well... Oh, I recognise it now. Yeah, this is a Riga special. So, a 300-year-old book is discovered which chronicles the adventures of the legendary samurai troopers, centuries before they happen. But what does this mean? Are the troopers merely puppets in some cosmic play, acting out parts? Who is this mysterious Suzugane? A mysterious girl who entices each of the warriors with their heart's desire, salvation, new armour, freedom from a life of fighting. Why is she so interested in the troopers and their armours? I remember it. The picture paints 1,000 words. Yeah, sure, Riga, you can have this. Man, you're really getting back on the horse this season. Where is it? Samurai Troopers, where are you? I just didn't recognise the guy. So, what else have we got? Samurai Troopers, we've given that to Riga. What have we got left? So, Yami Shiba, Theatre of Darkness, no. Elegy for the Henchman, Fist of the North Star. Crush isn't here, so we're not going to watch that. Babies of Bread, maybe not. Well, I think we're done. We're done with the new seasonal stuff. Yay! Now we're on to continuing anime. This is going to be much quicker. I'm not watching One Piece. I'm not watching Detective Conan. I am watching ReZero. And if you remember from my previous review, once this season starts, which is on like the 11th of August. 12th of August. So the way they did season 4, they did 11 parts as part of the spring, and they're doing 7 or 8 parts as part of summer. Wait until the 12th of August. Hi, Spooky. By the way, what? So wait until this release in August, and then start watching this. So then start. So G, if you're behind, I don't know if you're up to date on this, but wait for this to start. Part 2 of season 4. When this starts, then you can go back. Anyway, what else have we got continuing? ReZero. Did I put ReZero on? Let's close out these things now. I did not put ReZero on, so let's add ReZero. Oh, we added it in, but you shouldn't start watching it till the 12th of August when it restarts. And then we have... That Tanya got reincarnated as a slime season 4. So, the Tanya got reincarnated as a slime. I said it's a really good... This is a worth watching season 4. Just don't watch the film. Tears as Your King C is worthless. So reincarnated as a slime is 100% getting watched. Demons of the Shadow Realm. I really want to try and watch it because my friend his favourite anime is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is amazing. I don't like the show making me feel bad for the landlord. Have you seen Yanni Neko as well, Boba Fett? But yeah, the poor landlord, she pours a bloody ashtray over him. But to be fair, Boba, it makes me jealous of the landlord. Well, Roy, you go live in that rundown apartment then. So, welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. Again, wonderful. I'll be watching that and Raigo and I will be gushing over it. Oh, it's Demons of the Shadow Realm. Did I put that in here? I didn't put it in here. Quick, save it. Okay, we can add these two. I really want to try and get to Demons of the Shadow Realm. I just don't have enough time. Oh, see, everybody's watching Yanni Neko, and it's just so gross, but we can't stop. Demons of the Shadow Realm, I'm going to try and catch up on, because, as I said, I like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's my friend's favourite anime. I really want to watch it, but time is not on my side. Sentence of Bookworm, I said I already reviewed. I'm going to keep watching it. Definitely the political arc is not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm going to keep watching it. I'm going to give it the 3-episode rule. So, Raigo, I know you're watching Witch in the Black... hold on, what are they called? Light Game continuing, but I'm not watching it. The Classroom of the Black Cat and a Witch. I'm going to try and give it a little bit more time, but it's not being appealing to me at all. But you said give it a bit more because it picks up after this. Also, are you, I presume, watching Mao and Digimon Beat Break as well still? So I need to add them in. I presume Raigo the Scottish Tiger. So let's find... They're probably going to be in my winter anime. Spring anime, sorry. So we have review. I need to find 2 more, which are Digimon Beat Break, and I need to find Mao. I'm going to put them in there, and Raigo can, who probably isn't in the garden and cooking, can tell me if I was right or wrong. There's one more. We're nearly done. So there's one OVA I'm going to be watching. So these are all the continuing, because they're... Oh, hold on. This OVAs are continuing. Yeah, it's still the continuing. We're not worried about. So, Link Click Season 3, I don't know anything about. My Hero Academia, I'm a Hero 2. So, this is adaptation of the one-shot manga from the 2025 fan book, Boku no Hero Academia Ultra Age, following high schooler Eri's visit to UA One School. Eri one-shot. We like Eri, so she can have a one-shot. I can watch that OVA, and it comes out soon. I think it's the start of August the OVA comes out. So that's in my... back into summer. Yeah, and there's no films coming out this season, as far as I could tell. So we'll put this in the... Yeah, I 100% am going to watch this. And I think we're done here. So Ribbon Hero, I don't know anything about. False Memory, no. Star Wars Visions presents The Ninth Jedi. Star Wars anime, if that's your thing. But yeah, if you've got any race suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll have to look and see who I've got. Crowned in 100 Days. A Will Eternal final season. Cyborg 09. Again, I think we're getting down to a lot of the Chinese animation that I think this is the low-tier Chinese animation rather than the good stuff. Oh, yeah, so movies. Madoka Magica, Walpurgis. The problem is I'm not up to date on the movies, so I can't say I'm watching it. The Ninth Jedi is one of the good ones from Visions. I mean, Necrotech, are you going to watch... are you going to watch Madoka Magica? The thing is, I'm so behind on Madoka Magica, I need to watch all the other stuff, so I don't have time to watch this film. But I can... If you're going to watch it, we can put it in. Sekiro, No Defeat, is getting an anime. Neat. And Shiobui, playing Death Games, put food on the table. I wish I could have watched all the season once I could watch the film. I just did not have time. So, that is the thing. I'm going to download it before I forget.